Welcome back to Raw is Retro.
Woohoo!
Marcus is here once again. Ross is currently away on what do we call it? On
Assignment.
assignment.
I love it. I love it. I always love the assignment. Like, what was the assignment? He had a book report due. It's Black History Month coming up, so he is on assignment.
No, but do you know what? It never gets followed up.
Oh wait, we're in Black History Month. Holy shit! It's February already.
But you know, it never comes back like, oh, what was your assignment? I feel like when the person comes back, you need to explain what they've done.
Yeah. Hold on. Tell me what you've been doing. Tell me where you were. Byron Saxon, please. Tell me where you were.
So this is the February 1st, 1999 episode of Raw, which allegedly, according to these notes, is the 300th episode of Monday Night Raw.
That was a quick 300, to be honest. But it does make sense. Raw, debuted in 93?
Yeah. It makes sense.
And then, yeah. Mathematically, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Swap in some Westminster Dog Show, and you're okay.
I don't know if this is the correct pronunciation. It's Tucson or Tucson.
Tucson, Arizona.
Tucson Convention Center from Tucson, Arizona.
What did you call it? It's like Toucan Sam?
Tucson.
Tucson. You didn't know your Tucson, man. The Super Bowl's in in a few days.
Hold on. I said, is it Tucson or is it Tucson? And then you corrected me. So I knew I was either right, 50% correct.
Okay. Just want to aim it that, because, the Super Bowl's in, I believe, it's probably Phoenix, Arizona, but you got to get your Arizona locations together.
So we open with Shane McMahon having a meeting with the corporation. Vince isn't here, so he is in charge. Kane is traveling on his own for some reason, which is freaking Shane out.
Yeah, that was funny. He was like, wait, what? I don't want to ride with him. He's weird. I'm not riding with him. He's here on his own? Ah, shit.
The corporation come out. It's Shane, Bossman, Test, and Shamrock. Shane says he isn't X-Pac and sends everyone... He isn't X-Pac and sends everyone else to the back.
He is not X-Pac. He is not an X-Pac.
Vince is down in Victoria, Texas to try and provoke Steve Austin into hitting him so Austin gets fired.
Yes! What a move. But the reasons for neither one of them being at the arena. No reason whatsoever. Steve Austin just taking a day off.
And Shane calls for the cage to be lowered. What he doesn't see is X-Pac riding down on the cage. The corporation is getting beaten down by DX in the back. Shane talks smack about X-Pac and then sees him. He begs off and tries to buy time for the corporation to save him. X-Pac jumps him until Chyna runs up for the save. And then Pac kicks Shane down, but takes a low blow from Chyna. And Shane and Chyna leave together.
Here's one thing I've known about the Attitude Era. Let's call it the low blow era. I feel like there are more nut shots in this show since the Royal Rumble watch along we did to now to like every single show has at least 8 nut shots. Everybody's getting kicked in the nuts. Everybody. I'm glad we got away from that in modern times.
But the interesting dynamic was Chyna and Shane are Rhea Ripley and Dominic.
Yes.
Way
100%.
Way before.
All Dominic needs is the European title, and he would be Shane McMahon. But if you had to do a mixed tag, I know it's derailing the show already. Mixed tag, who you got? Dom and Rhea or Shane and Chyna?
Dom and Rhea.
I got Dom and Rhea too. I think Dom can take Shane. I think that's where it comes down to.
If you're comparing the two, Shane's only got the coast to coast, and that's just diving from one side to the other. There's no real skill in that. Dom has at least got skill to his game.
Yeah, he got an arm drag.
Kind of skill.
He has an arm drag, an arm bar, and a 619. And
if you're comparing Shane McMahon to Dominic Mysterio is Bryan Danielson.
What the fuck? That's harsh, but I will allow it. You're out of line, but you're probably
How am I out of line?
You're out of line. You're out of line, but you're correct.
Vince is in Texas with the Stooges. They're in cowboy hats, and Vince says they look ridiculous.
They were adorable.
They're in a badly lit bar. Vince asks the bartender if he's seen Austin. He makes fun of her accent and then gets annoyed when she won't answer him. And then we get Billy Gunn versus Val Venus.
I don't know what Vince wanted from this bartender. Like, if I was a bartender, I wouldn't know. I mean, I would know who Steve Austin is, but what I got to hide? Get out of here. What are you gonna say?
Billy Gunn versus Val Venus. This match is terrible.
This feud's been going on for it feels like a decade.
Yeah, and Ryan Shamrock is terrible.
Yeah, absolutely horrible.
I don't know if it's this episode or the episodes to come when she falls off the apron and nearly dies.
It's in the episodes to come. That's after St. Valentine's Day Massacre.
Rock is furious that he doesn't like his money being spent as he's talking to Vince on his flip cell phone, which was the size of a brick, which I forgot was the types of phones in 1998.
Yeah, but you know what? When you had that cell phone, you look like you were doing business. I'm just saying, him in his jumpsuit looked like he was handling business. Or was he actually in regular clothes this time? I can't remember. Maybe in the blue shirt.
I like the flip phones that were like this, where it's like that. Not the flip phones where it's covering the keypad and then it's just like.
I love those. Those are amazing. Those are the worst. I'm doing Wall Street business with that. If there's a bomb in a building and I need to talk to the guy in the building, I'm pulling this sucker down and I'm talking to the guy in the building. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Whatever you're doing, stop, sir. That's all I got. I'm not going to go into my action movie.
Deborah's here to brag about being the manager of the new tag team champions. Mark Henry comes out for a little bit of sugar. But Jeff Jarrett and Owen Hart beat him down.
Mark Henry, shades of Bobby Lashley and Lana. That's all I had was flashbacks. He walked out.
Mankind gives investment advice to Kurgan. Kurgan has no money, so Mankind gives him.
This is the follow-up of The Rock's $100,000 that Mankind stole in the previous week, and that Mankind is figuring out ways. It was like watching Brewster's Million. I don't know if you ever seen that movie, Manny. Starring Richard Pryor, in which he was given $1 million and he had to spend all $1 million to get the bigger prize. And the whole thing was to make him sick of money. He just kept making money and trying to get rid of it. You have to spend it all. But hilarious movie, hilarious concept that we should do today. Probably can get away with it, but let's do it today.
We recap D'Lo costing Terry her baby, where we go back to them, and then Terry and Jackie are complaining about D'Lo not doing enough for them. And as Bossman insulted them earlier, they want D'Lo to fight him. This is when a mugging happened, and D'Lo.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you did skip the part where Bossman calls Terry a bitch for no reason. I remember that was at the start of the show, and I was like, I hope that goes somewhere. He just went, move, bitch. And I was like, Bossman. I felt like I was the Bossman's mother, about to wave him over. Get over here. But you better respect women, man. What are you doing?
Mark Henry comes out for the save post-match, but the damage had been done. Marcus, the damage had been done.
If D'Lo got messed up. D'Lo no longer wearing the chest protector.
No.
I think this is a face D'Lo, right?
Yeah, he's still wearing kind of the dashiki. No, it's not really dashiki, but the gear he was wearing in the Nation. He hasn't really changed it up yet.
Yeah.
I don't think he does till he starts teaming with Godfather.
Yeah. He'll start wearing like just a regular sleeve. Yeah.
Then we get Pat Patterson hitting on women in Texas. Vince says he's found Austin. I believe that he's behind the door or some sort.
Wait, are you skeptical of Pat Patterson hitting on women?
Yes, I am, because I know Pat Patterson of this day and age.
I think he was hitting on lesbians. I feel like they were lesbians and they didn't say it. I feel like they didn't want to go that far.
Blue Mini's here for an addition to see if a male dance review will go on cable TV. Goldust jumps him and hits him with Shattered Dreams. We unfortunately get a Droz versus Kurgan match.
I asked for this. You want to know who asked for this one, Manny? You want to know who asked for this one? I asked for this one. And what a finish with that! What a finish with that shoulder block. I went,
Um,
really?
a damn shoulder block.
I think it was a low blow before too, right? Something else happened.
Uh, Droz hits Kurgan with some sort of stick, according to these notes.
Oh yeah, I guess it's a stick.
And then wins with a top rope shoulder. Not even a shoulder block, a top rope shoulder.
Yeah. Not shoulder block. Just hit him with the shoulder. It was something that needed to not be on TV, but it was.
Undertaker, Midian, and Viscera versus the Brood. Taker is sitting on the throne at the entrance. So this is a 3-on-2 match for a large part of this. Midian and Gangrel start off, but then it just turns into Midian taken down by the Acolytes, run in for a DQ finish.
Yeah, this is typical Monday. Must be Monday.
Gangrel is hung.
Yeah. Oh.
Interesting. If you, I don't know, I've watched various things of like when wrestlers had to act quickly in the ring. This was one of those moments where Gangrel could have actually died because that wasn't a gimmick hanging.
Oh.
Yeah, so Bradshaw actually saved him in that moment.
I was assuming it was gimmicked. And the entire time I was wondering, I was like, I wonder how they did this. Is it a rubber rope? Is it, how are they doing this? What are we doing? But Bradshaw saved a life. How to save a life. But I would like to add this, and I know I'm jumping ahead just a little bit. People in wrestling, save your gang jump-ins for the streets and in your own private time. Do not take my TV time with your own gang jump-ins. Because the Brood attacked the referees who were here to save his life. But he still took the hanging, only to reappear later in the night.
So Mankind throws Deborah a sweater.
That was a cold. Now, for ugly Christmas sweater, they used to sell the Deborah sweater. And that was an ugly ass sweater, but it was hilarious.
That was really ugly.
When he just came over talking about your cleavage is just out. You need something. Here.
Mankind does make his way to the ring. He briefly talks about how fun it is to be champion when The Rock is, especially when The Rock is here. The Rock talks about how he's the real champion, how he lost the title with all of Mankind's conditions in play. He wants his $97,000 back. So it originally started at $100,000. So Mankind had apparently spent $3,000 in a week.
No, but I think Mankind said no. It's actually 77,000 at one point.
It's more like 72,000 now.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, if I had The Rock's money, I probably would have been gone with it already.
He said apparently Foley then said if The Rock gave him an empty arena match, he'd give him his money back, but he changed his mind and he won't give it back. Okay. Rock wants a last man standing match for a rematch, and Mankind says bet. He said deal.
Not bet. Bet. You got translated to modern times. Bet.
And then we get multiple plays of the Super Bowl commercial they spoofed.
Yeah. It was the wholesome one without all the damage, and then it was the one with all the sex and violence in there, apparently.
Yeah. So Vince thinks he's found Austin in a pawn shop. He tells the Stooges to jump as he comes in while Vince gets in the car. And it's not him, it's just another Texan with a gun. And he tells them that Austin's in a bar, apparently.
Okay, so right here, Manny, I have questions, and I think Vince McMahon may say Steve Austin's life. Goes to gun shop. Thinks it's Steve Austin. Clearly not Steve Austin. Looks like a Steve Austin obsessed fan, though. Bald head, goatee, wearing the shirt, carrying a gun. Knows exactly where Steve Austin is at, but is not at the bar where Steve Austin is, hounding him for an autograph or a drink. My theory is, this is only my personal theory, guy was at bar with Steve Austin, begged for an autograph. Austin probably whooped him up and said, get the hell out of here. Guy got pissed. Guy goes get gun. Guys go come back and shoot up Steve Austin. That was my theory.
I feel like your theory is wrong because I feel like he owned the gun shop.
Oh well.
Did you not think about that? That
That never crossed my mind.
They kicked the door in a gun shop in the back. They went into the back where he was polishing a gun. None of that crossed your mind?
None of that crossed my mind. All that crossed my mind was this is clearly an obsessed fan in the vein of Tori that's stalking Sable, and this guy must be getting ready to go kill Steve Austin. Because he's sick.
Too much. You have been watching too much past wrestling.
Maybe. But I thought he was. Wouldn't you, if you dressed up as Steve Austin, you knew exactly where Steve Austin's location are, and you're clearly a Steve Austin fan, wouldn't you be having a drink with Steve Austin right now? You wouldn't be cleaning your knob in the back of a basement somewhere. You're not ready to shoot your load of bullets.
You know who Steve Austin is. He's not going to give you the time of day.
That's also true. I don't know. I feel like that dude was just jacking off in his basement, and they walked in on him, and he got upset. To Steve Austin, obviously. He's a creep. That guy's a creep.
So we get Al Snow and Road Dogg. Road Dogg's got a tag partner. Why?
First thing that went in my mind. Road Dogg needed a pound card. Al Snow stepped up. His tag partner is the badass Billy Gunn, as he announced every single time when he comes to the ring. Why is him and Al Snow teaming for this match? I had no clue. No clue.
Versus the Acolytes. The match, I guess, was fun. They fight to a concession stand, which is always funny to me.
Yeah. This leads to a little racism, but just mild racism. You know, on the vein of calling Mark Henry a silverback. Well, Al Snow was being attacked, and Road Dogg goes, "Where the hell were you, man? I was getting jumped by like 20-something guys." Well, Road Dogg, you were also in a gang. Where's your gang at? Wonder that. Where's the rest of DX? But then Al Snow goes, "Well, I was in the back fighting a 500-pound gorilla." Oh. That 500-pound gorilla was Viscera, by the way. He was just fighting Viscera. I understand he was angry, but he did not have to go with the racist remark.
The Ministry comes out to be on the Road Dogg, which include the 3 druids, which we find out are the Brood.
Yes. Who seemed happier than ever, even though Gangrel almost died earlier in the night.
The cage is lowered. As we see the cage low with its entrance music once again.
So, this cage is interesting to me, and I'll get to it, I guess, in the next show? Maybe this show? I don't know how we get to it, but I'm just curious about this. I saw semantics of what they went through, but go ahead.
So, Vince finds the real Austin. Vince talks trash, and Austin says he isn't going to hit him until St. Valentine's Day Massacre. McMahon says he doesn't like being in Texas with these kind of people.
These people? What do you mean? These people. It's Texas.
I think he wasn't just referring to Texas. He may have been referring to just Dallas Cowboy fans.
Oh! No need to shoot at the dude. How about that? How about that?
Austin tells these kind of people to make sure Vince has a good old time as Austin leaves.
No follow-up of that. No follow-up. We never see the injured Vince. We didn't see who got beat up or if anything happened. Or Vince, the camera crew saying, "Oh, we'll sue your ass." Or Vince had other protection.
So in the cage match, we get Triple H versus Kane. Triple H isn't happy with Chyna, who he tells to suck it anyway. Even though she's in the back.
Yeah, he cuts a promo. And it's all about Chyna. I think this is the week when he's talking about Chyna has no balls or a penis. And I was like, what's that got to do with anything in this scenario? People are really obsessed with that.
I didn't understand this cage match because there was no referee in it. So I was guessing it was just escape only.
Yeah.
Kane takes over and fire goes out of the corners. And it doesn't seem 100% planned. The red lights are on too. I don't know what this guy's notes are about.
That's why you gotta go off memory, Manny, like me.
I watched this episode probably about 3 weeks ago.
I Santa Claus this whole thing. I did it in one night.
So I'll just read this paragraph. Kane upcuts him down through and starts to climb. Triple H makes a save. in pretty impressive looking fall. They both go up. Kane tries to chokeslam him off the top, but gets crotched instead. Pedigree is countered by a backdrop, which is followed by the chokeslam. Pac comes out. X-Pac, I'm assuming, not the Pac.
Yeah, he ain't making his return back in 1999. Unless he was doing that from being in school and he's been absent for over a week. Oh, Pac's back.
Pac comes out and slams the cage door into Kane's head as he tries to escape, but Kane still gets up first. Pac climbs up the top to stop him as Triple H climbs the other corner. Chyna comes to try and to interfere, but no avail as Triple H escapes for the win.
Yeah, a lot of blood from Kane. I don't know how he got busted. I'm assuming for the door, maybe something scratched him, but he was bleeding like a stuck pig, as X-Pac would say in a later episode. I made it bleed like a stuck pig.
I mean, this episode was okay. There's nothing really memorable about this episode. So I ask you this question. Match of the night.
Tag match between Al Snow and Road Dogg versus the Ministry, the Acolytes.
Is it because of the realization that Road Dogg actually has a real tag partner?
No. It was before then. I was like, it's not that bad of a match. And I'm giving credit to where it's credit due. Road Dogg may have been the hardest worker in WWE in 1998-99.
So my moment is Pat Patterson hitting on Texas women.
Oh, we're doing moments, not match.
No. So technically, that is a match, seeing as he is a homosexual male and he's being forced by Vince McMahon to hit on Texas women.
It was him and Briscoe, though. And then he got hit in the nuts for it.
But you know Pat's got all the charm. Briscoe ain't got nothing.
Yeah. Pat got hit in the nuts for it, and they high-fived. That seems like assault.
But it's tag. One
of them looked like Garth, though, from Wayne's World. I'm just saying. Not to be mean, but she did. Who
was your wrestler of the night? It's not wrestler of the night. MVP of the night. There you go.
MVP of the night. Oh. Just now knowing that Gangrel almost died, I'm going to give it to Gangrel for not dying. Or maybe JBL for saving Gangrel. Imagine the world if Gangrel would have been dead. I'm going to go with that. Some type of combo of that. One of those guys.
I'm giving it to Al Snow.
Oh, for a
not for the racist comment, but for weeks he's had these random one-line quips, and it needs to be rewarded.
What was this one-line clip for this episode?
It was the gorilla comment, but
damn it, Manny.
But if Viscera was white, I would still call him a gorilla, because fighting Viscera is very difficult.
Yeah, but it's the difference of hundreds of years of black people being referred to as monkeys, a la Frieza and the Super Saiyans 2 right now. That's what goes on with that history. If you call a white man gorilla, it's just call a white man a gorilla. Wow, but get a gorilla over there. Okay. I'm just saying it's a difference. It's a difference. But Houston wins for racism.
I mean, we haven't given an award to racism for a very long time.
Yeah. I mean, homophobia could win every single week with Frank is gay, Shane is gay, Mike's gay.
We don't comment on the signs.
The signs are horrible.
We don't reward the signs.
Let me see your titties. What? You have no maturity, do you?
It was like, Sable can't wrestle, but I'd like to be in her ring.
Yeah, like what? There's so much random shit. I'm just going like, man, signs that have to go. They had to go. Sign guy, this is for you.
So that is this week's episode. Make sure you tune in to the rest of the content. We'd probably be here tomorrow with the Saturday show with me, Marcus, and Eric. The hater. Who knows?
The hater. You know, who knows what he's gonna be? Who knows what he's gonna be? Hater.
Florida Eric.
Florida Eric. Covered in the blanket of truth or whatever he's doing.
Sleazy photo Eric.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll be back. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, and there's only one thing left to do, Marcus.